your PBB experience growing up. Did you ever follow PBB? Did you know what PBB was? Were you a fan?
Yes. Oftentimes PBB, ABS-CBN, TFC. My Lola was always watching it in the background. I'd come home from school, and then my Lola is sitting down on the television on the couch, just watching TFC, PBB. She was watching something with Gerald Anderson and Kim Chiu as well.
Tayong Dalawa.
Tayong Dalawa.
That was my first teleserie I watched too, with my boy Jay Cuenca.
Jay Cuenca.
Yeah.
Was it a love triangle between Kim Chiu, Gerald?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jake.
That was the exact one. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Jay Cuenca. I remember that. And
that's my dog.
I was rooting for Gerald and Kim at the time. Like.
Of course. Jake is a bad boy. Yeah. That was sick, man.
Yeah, I was like, yes, Kim Chiu and Gerald, come on. And I was like, why is it so hard? Why was it hard for Kim to choose between the two? I was like, come on, dude, why is it hard? Why do you need to make it dramatic? Just choose Gerald, come on.
Because we're in the Philippines, man. Everything has to be dramatic, bro. It's always dramatic here. It's like the telenovelas in Mexico, bro.
Telenovelas in Mexico, bro, yeah. Everything has to be dramatic, because that's what hooks people on these days. Because I guess people.
So, sorry. My next question was, what made you decide to join PBB this season? Did you ever think about it before?
Well,
hi, girls or ladies, I see you. Sorry. My super fan is in here.
Well, I was always like interested in show business. I've always wanted to do it. Like as a kid, I would always join school plays and stuff, and so I thought I would just enjoy my life and join it because it's gonna be good. Also, I was also fascinated with this idea of character and how like PBB brings out the worst and the best in people sometimes, or it brings out some point. So I was just kind of interested to psychoanalyze myself as well. Like I'll join PBB, and then I ended up having a lot of fun. So yeah. Just wanted to.
Did you ever consider joining it before this season, or was it like why now? Why specifically now?
Why now?
It
was just like I've got a lot of time on my hands. Like I'm taking a gap year, and I didn't take a gap year because I didn't get accepted to any university. I applied for all 5 of my UK universities, got offers from all of them. I just wanted to take a break from it, and I thought I have a lot of free time right now, so why don't I just do this right now and see what happens? I mean, there's no harm in trying. I don't hurt anyone by auditioning. I just audition. So that was my initial thought. I was like, I'll have fun, join PBB. I did consider joining it after Idol Philippines, but just a while. But then I was actually quite busy with education as well. And they take you out of school, and me and my parents especially, they wanted me to also do show. They supported me on show business and schooling and acting and singing, but they all said that you should focus on education first. Like that should be the top-notch priority, and then afterwards we'll take you to auditions, we'll take you to commercials. That was always the case.
Shout out to your dad, by the way. If you remember, I met him. And So, Mike, what was that? Totally forgot the question. Okay. Dude, I forgot the question. But, so when you got into PBB, okay, now I remember. Were you in the UK when you auditioned, or were you out here?
I was actually in here.
Oh, you were here in the Philippines already.
Yeah, I was here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really weird. I was here in the Philippines, so I was quite familiar with
How was the reaction of your family when they found out? Like your Lola, how was she? What was her reaction when she found out when you told her that I'm gonna be a part of PBB? What was it like? Oh wow, Philippine Eagle, let's go, baby!
Queer Raymond,
right? I love it. Let's go. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Grabe.
Thank you, Queer Remark. You are the man, boss.
I'm not gonna get
Real.
buzzed for telling you the process anymore. But when
No, bro, trust me. I've had so many PBB people on this show. All we talk about is the process. It's fine. There's no more. You're not in the bahay ni Kuya anymore, bro.
Okay, there's no beat. Okay.
Kuya remark again with the chocolate.
Chocolate bombs.
Let's go. I love it. Thank you so much, sir. You're the man, boss.
Okay. So basically, when they said, okay, we'll go. They said they took me to the final round of the PBB auditions, interviewed me, and then after that they said, okay, go to the PBB pictorial. And I told my Lola, I was like, oh my god, you're gonna like my okay, can't be hard.
Going nuts, yeah.
My Lola was like, oh my god, Anak, you're going to PBB, Anak, and she's just my grandma, and then yeah, my grandma's my Lola from my Filipino side. She's the only grandparent I have as of now. And then she's like, oh, my anak is in PBB. And then my mom told her friends, and she was so proud of it. And then my mom gave me like the biggest hug. Oh my god, you're gonna be PBB now! Just a typical Filipino mom, I guess, like so hyper. And then sometimes it was a very proud moment for her. And then my sister didn't expect that it would follow through at all. So when I was, apparently she told me that after I was inside the house, she said that, oh my gosh, I was so proud of seeing you that I was actually kind of bragging about like this to my friends. And not only that, like people in my school were like telling my sister, oh yeah, hey, I saw your brother on television. And it was like, yeah, it's kind of what it was. So yeah.
Big Brother in the UK is pretty popular as well, right?
Yeah, it is.
But I heard that it's different. Like the voice of Kuya, it's just a random voice. It can even be a girl voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's as cool because like with the mystique of PBB, it's like Kuya is his own character. Do you know what I mean?
The Kuya is his character, and he has that deep voice. When you have that deep, intimidating voice, that deep, intimidating voice actually implies that someone's kind of bigger than you, someone's there to teach you something. But in Australia, the UK, the US, Big Brother is just a robot voice. Like,
it's random.
What?
Did you feel any additional pressure to do well in PBB, knowing all of this?
I didn't put any pressure on myself because I always thought like the voting, it's not going to be much of a variable in my control. Like it's a factor as to whether or not people like me. So I was kind of generous. I was kind of a bit nervous, but my manager said that I will trust you'll either be in top. Okay, never mind. My manager said I'll trust you'll be placed up high and not evicted. I was like, oh crap. Then to him, I would disappoint him like if I got evicted. So, yeah.
But you didn't disappoint him, bro. He was correct in his assessment, man. Do you believe in manifestation? That's a big thing I like to push in my podcast, man. Manifesting things.
I do believe in manifesting, yeah.
So, like, if you think about it, your manager basically manifested that for you because you did make it to the top 5, man.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What was that like? What was that feeling for you where you were already out of the house? Oh, no, because the teens were the last, right? So you guys never got to leave.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because I forgot. Yeah, you guys were the last, so you never got to leave.
Yes.
So, like, how long were you actually in the house for, bro?
It's just like, okay, I think say around mid-March, March 21st, right? I was there. Because I had to quarantine for 1 week, like March.
Until May.
Until the end of May, yeah.
Jeez. That's so long, bro.
2.5 months or 3 months. So like, dude, honestly, I was expecting that when I got out of the house, something crazy would happen, like Queen Elizabeth would die or something.
Oh, that's funny, bro. Were you part of them when you guys started in the mountains, right? Like in a camp?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Talk to us about that, because you're the first person I'll interview who actually experienced that. Because the first person I interviewed from Teens, Stephanie Jordan, she came in late because she had problems with her passport. So what was that like, man? Were you blindfolded all the way to the camp?
Yes.
Sheesh, bro. Did you feel like a kidnapped victim, man? Like in the car with the... Because I can only imagine, bro. Like when they brought me from the hotel to Kuya's house, I was telling them like, yo, take the blindfold off. I know where we're going, dude. It's not a mystery to me. I know exactly where we're gonna be at. Then they're like, no, you have to. And then they gave me a little like bootleg iPod Nano. And then like the only
bro.
you know the bootleg iPod.
They gave you the MP3. Bro,
yeah, puro Taylor Swift lang yung kanta. It's like, dude, ayoko, patayin mo na lang. Kunin mo na to. Nakakainis, dude.
Bro, that's so funny. Like, here's a story. Actually, I was when I was quarantined in the house, I was allowed to. I brought my PlayStation for like the first 3 days just to occupy myself.
Yeah.
Some books to study. Brought in the PlayStation, played Call of Duty, and then I couldn't have it. And then in my mind, I was like, okay, what if they're just like human trafficking?
Right? Yeah, dude.
This is not PBB. This is human trafficking right now. Yeah.
And like, paano yun? Like, what if you had to use the banjo on the way to the camp? No, you can't. You can't. There's no stops.
We can't. There was this portable toilet. That was okay. Basically, what it was like a toilet, and then just right above it was the shower. That's it. Toilet, and then the shower there. That's it. And then like a tap right over there to just brush your teeth. But I didn't brush my teeth in the toilet, of course. I brushed my teeth like in the kitchen. So yeah.
Hindi ko kaya, bro. Yeah. Hindi ko talaga kaya. That's why I can never go camping, man. Like, I need to be able to drop a deuce in peace, dude. Like, I can't do it out in the wild. Because like I feel I can't, bro. I couldn't even, like, my first few days in the house, I couldn't poop, bro. Like, it was because like there's no lock in the banyo. I was trying to like hold the door, like
there was an occupied sign, right?
I never saw it. Like, I never really flipped it. I never really cared. Like, I would just scream to everyone, like, yo, I'm going to the bathroom. No one come inside. Like,
yeah. Oh, bro, that's so crazy. There's this one time, like, every time I would, even when I would see the bathroom occupied sign, like, and no one comes out for a long time, I would knock 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, 5 times 5. I'd knock 25 times just to see if anyone would respond or anything. Oh my goodness! Then
you can never tell, bro, because sometimes they forget to flip it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's perfectly human. Everyone forgets these things.
Yeah,
and then
especially like you're not used to it. You know, like in your house all these years, you never had to flip a sign when you were in the banyo, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I opened the door and then I saw a housemate. Oh crap! But I'm not gonna say the name. But then the housemate was just washing their hands, and then just. Yeah.
Dude, si TJ the best. Like, there was a time where we had to, like, I forgot what it was. Like, it was one of those activities where it's supposed to make everyone cry. And then Angie Salvacion was talking about, like, I think her dad, what happened to her dad. So everyone was so emotional already, right? And then Karen goes to the banyo. She goes to the bathroom. The sign said occupied, right? And then she just opens the door. And then the next thing you hear is, oh my God! Because TJ's like sitting down and TJ doesn't even flinch anymore. When the door opens, he goes, hey.
No way! That was not it though, was it?
I don't know. I don't know if it was, bro. But it was the greatest of all time. Because you know how, like, the whole house has mirrors, right? So I was looking at Angie. So picture it, right? This is the sofas. It's where the sofas were.
Yeah.
So Angie was standing there, and then the dining table would be here, right? And you know where the bathroom is. So this is all mirrors, right? So I'm looking at Angie, but I can see what's going on through the mirror. Bro, Karen literally jumped out of her shoes, bro. Like, oh my God. It was the funniest thing that happened in the house, bro.
That's just so crazy. I heard that Brenda also had some crazy moments. Like, Michael told me that Brenda, like, showed off her backside. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I maybe I wasn't there anymore. But Kyle walked in on me also. But, because I got food poisoning in the house, bro. I got food poisoning in the house. And they were all telling me, dude. They were all telling me, like, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Because it was Sam's birthday. And, like, I love gata. Do you know what gata is? It's like stuff cooked with coconut milk. So it's my favorite, bro. Like, ginatang, like vegetables, crabs, whatever it is. If it's a gata, I'm going to eat it.
Oh, I love crabs.
Right? And then Brenda was telling me, like, yo, don't eat it. Even Madame Inuts. She was like, yo, Albie, dalawang araw na yan. Don't eat it. It's like, kaya ko to, man. Like, I'm tough. I can eat this. Bro, I swear. Remember how they tell you that there's 24/7 surveillance? If you ever need help, you can just ask for it. I asked for it. No one helped me, bro. I grabbed my lapel in the bed. You know how it's so cold in the bedroom, right?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I was sweating. Pawis na pawis. Dude, the cold sweats na. I was like, Kuya, I need help. And then no one came to help, bro. So I just crawled to the bathroom, vomiting my brains out in the toilet. And then, like, I just fell asleep next to the toilet, bro. Like, literally hugging the toilet, man.
No
And then,
way.
yeah, dude, like, everyone else was asleep. And then I guess Kyle had to take a piss. So, like, he goes in the door. And, like, he goes inside. You know, I can tell he's still half asleep. Because, like, he's doing this. And then, like, the sound of the door wakes me up. So, like, I'm like, what's up, bro? So it takes Kyle 5 seconds to realize that I'm there. So he's like, then I go, what's up, bro? Then he just goes, ah! Like, dude, buffering ka ata, bro. Naka 3G yung utak mo, pa Wi-Fi mo na yan, right?
That was not aired, was it?
That was not aired, bro. And then I think like the next day, wala pang laundry eh. So I only had white pants left. And my tummy was wrecked. So I told teacher, like, dude, this is the worst time for me to wear white pants, bro. Because it's like, if an accident happens, bro,
Oh,
it's
no.
over. It's over, bro. I'm in white pants, bro. Yeah. Let's talk about like what happened like after when you got outside PBB. Like you said, right? You were thinking, what if like something happens, or if Queen Elizabeth dies? But what really happened? How was the impact? How did it impact you when you got out of PBB?
Like before I got out, because I was in the house for so long, I was just like, you know how prisoners, when they go to prison, they get really anxious to get out sometimes because prison life, like spend 40 years and when they go outside, they're anxious that they might get exiled or something like that. When I was about to get outside the house and I was about to know it was over, I was like, okay, what if like the outside world hate me? Like I was getting so anxious. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I was gonna get so bashed to the degree that I am not? Because I don't know. Like, of course, people tell you not to care what people think of you, but for me,
but it's hard, bro. It's impossible to care not to care what people think, man.
Of course. And then like, I was just so anxious, like, oh, what do people think of me? Maybe I'm being bashed, I did something wrong. And then I just got so anxious, like in the last few days, it was just like, last few days in PBB, I was just like, oof, gosh, I better make the most of it. Maybe I go outside and people are like, hey, Rob, with it.
Boo, Rob, yeah.
And that didn't happen, so I was quite lucky. I've got to thank God, I've got to thank these people, and yeah, it's just look. I was quite lucky. So, because I've been in there for so long, I was just very, very anxious. And when I got out, it was just like very warm welcome. So, yeah.
Anyway, before I had these about you, like I wanted to say, you know why I think it's just because like the reason why you weren't hated is out of all my years here in the industry, I noticed that people like sincerity, man. As long as you're yourself, I don't think you can go wrong with that because people can honestly sense fake people, man. Like you can only be fake for so long until the real you starts to show, bro.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's actually really true because, like, in my opinion, like in the house, it's like you can sort of put on this filter or sort of put on this personality, but eventually, like, you're in a house for 24 hours. They can record. They can publish whatever they want. You've literally signed a contract to say that whatever the public image is of me, I completely agree not to sue. I mean, yeah, you signed a contract. You were willing to do it under your own free will. So, yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. I mean, eventually, your real character, your real core is going to show up.
It will always show, man. The real you will always come out, and it's nice that you're so young and you're authentic to yourself, bro. Don't ever change that, man. No matter what happens in your journey, just be true to yourself, moving forward. So you mentioned something earlier. Did you do Idol Philippines?
Yeah, I did.
What year? Were you with the same with Shania and Angie?
I was actually the first ever eliminated in Idol Philippines. Yeah.
What was the Idol Philippines experience like for you?
I was not living in the Philippines. I flew over from Qatar to audition.
Okay.
So I was feeling very jet lagged, and I had a different singing coach at the time, so I wasn't able to really belt out. And my singing coach just right now changed my life for the better. But and it made like this huge just big difference. So it was actually a fun experience. It was like my first taste of what show business was like in the Philippines. I just kind of want to get to know people, kind of want to touch the waters and see who people are. Just kind of want to observe everyone. Just before I talk too much when I'm 16, I was a bit shy. So I was like, okay, I wanna see who these people are, and then you know, the more and more, because I did commercials in Qatar. I did did commercials in the UAE too.
That's nice. What was that like?